Now let's bring in our guests to continue this conversation. Damian Mason, agricultural economist and farm owner, and Alexandra Bauer, New Jersey ambassador for Moms for Liberty and political commentator. Sorry, Alexandra, I know your name. Sorry to mess it up there for you, but nonetheless, yeah, thank you both for joining us. Damian, I want to ask you first about this. If this goes through, that means we don't have to change our clocks anymore. Obviously, you have very close ties to agriculture. You're a farmer. What do you think about this? Is it a good thing?
I think it probably is fine to stop changing the clocks, but why does agriculture always get this sort of focus when it comes to the whole daylight saving time? I've heard it since I was a kid. All the cows get messed up. I'm like, those cows don't wear watches. Trust me, I don't really understand the debate from an agricultural standpoint specifically, because let's face it, I went out and checked my cabbage this morning for insect damage, and the one thing this cabbage did not do was ask me what time it was or whether we're on daylight saving time or not. I believe the big benefit, Ike, is stop changing the clocks. I'd be fine with regular time versus daylight saving time year-round, but that's a different story.
Yeah, well, I know that some people in agriculture or who work outside have said it's, for it to be dark so early, longer is not ideal. And then we point to kids getting on buses. But if we do go through with this, it means more daylight at the end of the day. Alexandra, what do you think of this as a mom? Do you think this is a good thing? What are your thoughts?
I absolutely love it. Most parents have to work and the kids are in school all day inside when most of the sunlight, they're not participating in, and they have very limited time when they get out to spend with their family. So this is going to give them more fresh air. This is going to stop messing with their circadian rhythm. This is going to align their health better. So there's so many benefits. And also, I do understand the argument about walking to school or the buses. I'm sure we could find a solution for that. However, many families are doing so much traveling at nighttime to activities, and they're driving in the dark. So I actually think it'll be a lot safer for them to drive to all those after-school activities when it's lighter out. Again, so more family time, safer. And also, it's great for the economy. I know in winter, I'm looking to put my jammies on at 5:30. Summer, 8:30, we're still out. Maybe we're going to a restaurant. So you really, you're going out, you're going to games, you're going to restaurants. So it's going to boost the economy as well.
Yeah, those are great points. Damian, when we talk about the farming industry, agriculture, are you hearing any pushback from any of your colleagues in the industry? I mean, how impacted are farmers going to be or not? Set the record straight for us here.
No, I don't hear a lot about it. I'm around agricultural people like every day, all conversations from the business side, retail, seed, manufacturing, machinery, and obviously production. Not really. I think the farming community and agriculture in general says, okay, what time are we going to say it is? Which daylight saving is frankly pretending it's a time it's not. We'll just do our job accordingly. I was in a combine last night with my farmer friend. I said, the tough part is this wheat didn't actually get ready to dry out for harvest until about 1:30 this afternoon, but you're going to be running until 9:30 at night. He said, yeah, daylight saving just means that I work later at night, but start a little later in the morning based on the conditions on the ground. So it ultimately probably doesn't matter. I think that it becomes more of an emotional than a logical discussion. Again, your crops need a certain amount of daylight, and changing your clocks doesn't really change that. The tilt of the earth has a lot more to do with it than what we say our clocks time should be.
Yeah, I mean, in the winter, even with permanent daylight saving time, Alexandra, it still is going to get dark earlier. Maybe you won't put your jammies on quite as early. But talk about the health benefits, because we know that statistically we're seeing, cardiac incidents more so in this time. People are getting less sleep at different, when we're setting the clock ahead. Talk about the health benefits, just from your perspective on what a permanent solution would mean.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, sleep is one of the most important things to our body. We typically need 8 to 10 hours. Kids need sometimes 10 to 12 hours. And it's very beneficial to try and fall asleep around the same time and wake up around the same time. So when we constantly mess with ourselves, by the time, I'm just going to use children, for example, I mean, it affects us too. We're older, our bodies can't even handle it as well. But just for kids, by the time they get adjusted adjusted to that new time that they're going to bed, right? We're changing the clocks again, and they're getting up maybe earlier or whatever, and they're more irritable. They didn't get enough sleep. I mean, so we're messing with their little bodies, but again, with us as well. It just messes with everybody. So sleep is one of the most important things that you could do out there. Anytime somebody's feeling sick or stressed out, it's the first thing that I tell them: are you getting your 8 to 10 hours? Are you going to sleep at the same time every night? And are you waking up at the same time every morning? It's so important. So it's a major health benefit.
Yeah, spoken like a true mom. Yeah, well stated. Well, we appreciate you both, Damian Mason, Alexandra Bauer. Appreciate your insight in the conversation today.